Right now, though, we're going to turn to West Seneca and a big update to the planned redevelopment of the old Seneca Mall site that has long been neglected. Over the weekend, the supervisor shared new plans that have now been filed with the town showing what the 55-acre site could look like after a potential $100 million makeover. Now, the plan includes a couple of big anchor tenants and then some smaller businesses as well. We asked Town Supervisor Gary Dickson to come in tonight to help us better understand all of this, and he joins us live. It's great to see you again.
You too. Thank you.
So I see in that sort of site plan, which has been filed with the town, kind of gives us a sense of what we expect is going to go there. What stands out the most to you? What should our viewers know about what the plan is?
Well, the most important part is that something's finally happening,
yeah.
And it's going to be fully developed. There will be no more eyesore, empty lots, and I think it'll be a very vibrant retail center.
And we're showing, again, the rendering right there, or at least the sort of overhead design. I know that we don't know which of the two big anchor tenants are going to come there, but that's the plan, right? A couple of big national chains to sort of anchor the space?
Yeah, there'll be, as I understand it, there'll be one large big box store, and then most of the other stores will be ones that people will recognize, and then in the middle will probably be something like drive-thrus.
You've been in West Seneca for a long time. I know we've talked about this site for a long time. There have been some plans that have sort of come and gone. You're really confident that what we see there is going to come to fruition, right?
I'm as confident as you can be in the current environment.
Yeah.
This is certainly the most advanced plan that I've seen, and I think we are very optimistic. But I don't want to jinx it, so but I think this is looking good.
When we hear about a $100 million redevelopment, the obvious question is who pays for that? I mean, the developers would presumably pay most of it, right? Because they would then be getting businesses coming in, paying leases and that sort of thing. Do you anticipate there will have to be government assistance with this?
Any government assistance would come from the ECIDA. The town is not going to contribute anything. We are certainly willing to look at the sewers and the roads, but it's county and state roads next to it. And so I think in general, the town's main task is to make sure everything gets approved.
And how quickly, obviously people always wonder about the timeline, right? How quickly could something like this, be shovels in the ground, and then obviously it takes years after that to get everything done?
Well, I don't want to take away anything from the developer, but I would hope that by next year we would see something open. But we'll just have to see. It goes before the planning board on April 10th, which kicks off the whole process. We're going to rezone the whole site to make it easier for them, and then move on from there.
When you talk about government's role in this and the town's role, how quickly do you hope the town can move? Because oftentimes, you'll hear from developers, it takes so long to go through all the red tape. Is that something you're focused on in making sure that this can actually move forward as quickly as possible? Oh,
absolutely. And West Seneca has a pretty efficient process, so there's not a lot of back and forth between committees. It'll go before the planning board. The planning board will make a representation, or recommendation, I should say, and then they'll go to the town board for the rezone, and then it's just a site plan review and that sort of thing. There's very little environmental impact because it used to be a mall, so they're not building on land that hasn't been built on before.
Finally, when we talk about a mall that used to be there, what is replacing it is not a traditional mall. And thank goodness, because malls are really suffering across the country, right? Here in Western New York, obviously the Galleria stays really busy, the Outlet Mall, but most of the others have suffered quite a bit. Do you believe what is planned for there to do sort of one of these, strip mall shopping plaza things is doable and is in the current economic environment?
Yes, I do think it's doable, but more importantly, the developer thinks it's doable.
Right.
And it's their money, and we're going to do everything we can to make sure that it's good for them as well as good for West Seneca.
West Seneca Supervisor Gary Dickson joining us live here tonight explaining this. I know it's exciting news because people have seen that space underutilized for so long. We appreciate you coming in.
Thank you very much.